telling stories that are having some kind of, in a way, political message or political aspect about them is, in a way, told in a more interesting way when you don't raise the moral finger but try to do it in a way that is weird or new or strange in some kind of way. Telling a story with a humorous aspect about the way you tell it, then also like hiding maybe some kind of thing that you want to tell behind a thin veil of nice imagery. In a way, it's like giving bitter pills with a chocolate coating, kind of makes it taste nicer.
Yeah, like all those gum medicines you find at American pharmacies.
Yeah.
It's like
Great oak is dead and gone. You'll never see him more. He used to wear.
we got the idea of doing something about extinct animals because for me they were like very good tragical figures. It's like in those classic Greek tragedies.
We have those 9 protagonists that are telling a story. They represent certain parts of the globe. They represent different classes of animals, different parts of the earth where deforestation and habitat loss, diseases. In a way, they are meeting in this kind of space, like a limbo where they are existing between life and death and kind of haunt this place in loops, in video loops.
Yeah, a little bit like a waiting room at the doctor's.
So they kind of suffer and they're also nagging the
I
visitors.
think now it's also a little bit like a therapy session in a way. Like, okay, I'm telling this so maybe things get better, but I don't know.
She used to wear an ice cream coat.
There's like this one featured animal, the Carolina parakeet, that lived here in big populations and was like extinct on the one hand by pests that came from Europe, I think, and on the other hand by the hat feather industry. Like they needed all those feathers for those hats women around the turn of the century were wearing.
To serve your needs, to give your comfort, feed your greed.
All the animals represented, they died in between the last 300 years. Humans are not really familiar or not comfortable with the idea that something is limited and always feel like things are limitless about their own life, about amounts of living animals.
I mean, it's not like completely sure if humans are created that way or if it's like this Western deriving from Greek philosophy tradition of thinking that like humans are the ones who rule the world and everything else exists there just because humans are like need to have it in a way.
We captured handmade sculptures of these animals we produced with a camera, and then we kind of converted them into polygons using 3D lip sync application. And then these polygon graphics, these 3D animations, are now projected on thin veils of ultrasonic water droplet mist that is falling through these plumbing materials, these really cheap plumbing pipes.
Ingmar Saal, who did the whole audio part, so he did the recordings with 9 like actors or singers, however you want to call them, who were representing the respective animals. So every animal is sung, grunted by a different person. Very often they will just try to speak, which is pretty hard for them because they are animals. And then at some point all those voices meet, form their chorus, because some animals share like reasons why they got extinct. So some of those animals were sources of meat, others were not, others were just extinct because they had bad luck to be in a place where humans wanted to be, like that spider. Everything is here like 9 times. We have 9 nebulizers, 9 projectors, and so on. And then there's about 2,000 feet of PVC tube used for the tent frames.
400 pipes that have 800 endings that are bent to their specific angles.
I don't know how many. It's difficult with those feet anyway, and feet and yards
feels
and whatever.
Like a small football field of cloth, maybe.
Yeah.
And
we definitely
lots
used
of
like 600
trims.
square meters for the tent skins.
Yeah,
you can
then-
say that.
And it's a ridiculous amount of stuff.
Exaggeration is also a way of telling stories we get back to using again and again. It's actually very often just a pretty simple concept, and when you like completely overdo it, it's like when you take extra long time to tell a joke to get the end right. Sometimes you really need to stretch the joke to get the end right, and that's the way we work very often. We use a lot of effort to tell simple things to change the way those things are told.
Nothing but thank you. I was there to serve your needs, to give your comfort, ease your greed. I was there to serve your needs, to give you comfort, feed your greed. My sole desire was to please. I went there to serve